2007 to 2010 X3 is a very easy car to maintain on your own, and oil changes I found is one of the easiest, least expensive ways to properly maintain the car. It's kind of the last run of the normally aspirated N52 motors. You can find the same motor in some E83 330s, but what's awesome about this is it's kind of the pinnacle of BMW's technology for the inline six is normally aspirated, or now all their cars are turbocharged or you got an electric motor. So today we're going to change the oil in this, and we're using Pennzoil Synthetic 5W30. And if you know anything about oils in BMWs, the Pennzoil is now the official supplier for oil for BMW. So you can either choose to buy some Pennzoil from the dealer that's kind of labeled like this, or you can go to any auto parts store and find Pennzoil in the appropriate weight for your car. For the middle of the United States, 530 is what what BMW recommends, and I like to change my oil about every 7,500 miles in this car. We've owned it since new, and it has been really incredibly reliable. And I think part of that is not only the BMW made a really reliable car with this one, but they also benefit from routine preventative maintenance. And Bavarian Autosport sells this little oil filter cap that you need to be able to take the oil filter off with, and it's because this is such an odd size. Anyway, on top of that is a 17 millimeter nut that you use a socket. It happens to be the same size you drain the oil plug with, 17 millimeter. So just drive this sucker off. And once you get it free, you can freehand it a little bit. And I grab some paper towels because this usually makes a mess. I don't like oil on a fresh. Don't like oil on a motor because it likes to burn. Shake a little bit of the excess off. Just take it over to trash. Wiggle it out and dump it. Once you got the car up on the lift, pry this little trap door down so you can get access to the drain plug. And then I like to loosen that a little bit, and then it's a 17 millimeter bolt, and this is the messy part. Once the oil is done draining, make sure to install the new crush washer that's included with the oil filter kit, and then torque the drain plug down to 25 newton meters. BMW's oil filter kit, you get a new filter, the paper filter part, and every time you change it, you got to change these little gaskets. There's two, a real small one here that's a total pain in the ass to get off. That off. Nope. And then a bigger one, which is not too bad, which is the one I'll show you here. Just run something up underneath of it. Get some motor oil. Make sure you lube it before you put it on, and then just slip it back on over the edge. Make sure it ends up in that groove. Alright, the cool part about BMWs is that they have just the paper filter is the part that you replace. The rest of it is actually just a cartridge that stays in the car wedge that on there and give it a good snug down, and you're good to go. So I put the new oil filter cartridge in there, and I'm gonna just drop it down. I like to hand tighten it as much as you can, and then I put this little specialized filter wrench on it with a 17 millimeter socket, and tighten it down. It says 25 newton meters, but I've done it enough to know that it's just a good snug with a small socket. So there's that, and then the next thing is to fill it up with some motor oil. 5-quart deals are a little more unwieldy in terms of filling them up, but they're really a good value. This one was like $36 US for 5 quarts versus about $10 a quart. So certainly if you can get away with using one of these and you got a funnel, I definitely recommend it, because you save, right off the bat, you save about $13-14. Once you added about 6.5 quarts, I stop and I start the car, and I hit the oil check button here and see what the level is, and then you can usually top it off with that last half a quart if you need it, or not. The first time you start it up and hit the oil check button, it will take a while for it to register, and there's unfortunately no manual dipstick on the car. Pretty straightforward procedure, provided you have the special tool that helps you remove the oil filter, easily obtained from Bavarian Autosport or even off Amazon.